The group stages have been completed, and we make our way into the weekend and knockout stage play here at the USU Soccer National Championships in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hi fans, Josh Haley, glad to have you along for this national semifinal matchup. U16 Girls Division featuring Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Lee's Summit, Missouri, and taking on the Jacksonville Football Club Storm, coached by Mike Walker. Brad Childers, the head man for Future Academy out of Missouri. And these two teams, no stranger. This will be the third time they've met up in the last calendar year. Last year they met up in the national championships as well, and it was not a friendly result for Future Academy. They were leading in group play, the final game in group play, only to see Jacksonville FC net a goal with 20 seconds remaining in the game. The end result was a tie. Jacksonville moved on. Future Academy was eliminated. They didn't make it to the knockout stage. And as a result, that late goal and the heroics proved to be so important for Jacksonville as they went on to win the national championship. So here they are again, once again, in the knockout stage and ready to take aim at another national championship berth. Jacksonville FC in those yellow jerseys, attacking right to left on your screen. Future Academy Forte Elite out of Missouri in the blue uniforms this afternoon, and we are underway. A 4-3-3 formation out of the gate for Futura Academy. Their keeper, Lexi Palacio, being told before the matchup that Futura will most likely switch keepers at halftime. It's been a two-keeper system throughout this tournament for them. And they will follow that here in the national semifinal. Instant attacking right off the bat, and it'll be a corner kick. For Futura Academy, corner is going to be taken by Abby Groom. Right foot strike, driven in. Keeper soars up and has got it. A little bit of contact with her own player, but no problem for Lexi. Or rather, that was McGee hauling that one in, and on a quick attack the other way, cutting inside. This is Rallis. Has it taken away. This ball is going to ride the line. Moving forward and playing it back to the keep. That's Edwards, who sent it back to her keeper, McGee. Sun really bearing down here in Tulsa. The tournament officials and staff, though, have done a great job to get this scheduling in order for these knockout stages, as the majority of teams eliminated now throughout this tournament. Opens up the window of scheduling a little bit more. You don't have to play all day long. And so two early morning games here. An 8 o'clock game in the U16 boys division preceded this contest. This is our second of 3 games on this field today. The final game on this field will be a U13 boys national championship game, and that was originally scheduled for 5:30. That has now been moved to a 7 o'clock kickoff this evening. So after this, it'll be a long break for everyone here. Chance to get out of the heat as temperatures have really started to move towards those typical summer conditions here in Tulsa. High today will be up to at least 100. At least that's what it's expected to be. And it's odd, being a native of Tulsa myself, normally see a couple of 100-degree days before you hit this point in the summer, but that really hasn't been the case up until the last couple of weeks. Summer's been relatively mild here in the Tulsa area. But just a fantastic setting here at the Mohawk Sports Complex in Tulsa. to host these national championships. A lot of top-notch players, especially from this Jacksonville team. A lot of young ladies that are moving into their junior year of high school coming up, but have already given verbal commitments to Division I soccer programs. No score here in the early going in case you're just joining us. A national semifinal matchup featuring Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Missouri and the Jacksonville FC Storm, defending national champion. The other semifinal taking place as well, and that's going on in the field right behind us on field 6, featuring La Roca FD out of Utah, taking on the YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. So the winner of this game and the winner of that one just mentioned will meet up for the U16 Girls National Championship. And that game will be on this field number 7, 9:50 kickoff tomorrow morning. Jacksonville trying to defend their national championship, their road to getting to this point. An impressive run. They were unbeaten in group play, going 2-0-1. And the way it started off with group play getting underway on Tuesday, Jacksonville with a 4-0 victory over the Bedling Bulldogs. It turned around the very next day on Wednesday with a 2-1 win over Lady Lobos Rush Premier, and then finished up with a tie on Thursday as they closed out group play. The Storm with a 1-1 draw against YMS Premier Explosion, who, as mentioned, playing in the other semifinal. For Futura Academy, they finished second over in Group A with a 2-1 record. They won their first game 2-1 over Top Hat 17 Gold. That was on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Futura Academy fell 2-1 to La Roca FD, who is in that other semi and went undefeated in group play. But earning their spot in this knockout stage, getting a victory in their final group play game on Thursday. 2-1 victory over Kings Hammer Academy Red out of the state of Ohio. So that's how these two teams have reached this point. Solid play in the group stages, getting a day of rest yesterday before moving into this national semifinal. This is the final stage of semifinal games. 10 o'clock start time here at the Mohawk Sports Complex. 10 different semifinals taking place as we speak. And then games will not kick off again here until this evening. And those will all be national championship games going forward. Getting tied up in the middle there, whistle blows. It'll be a free kick. We'll see how Jacksonville FC plays it. Long boot here from Schaefer. Will find its way all the way to the keeper. Lexi Palacio scooping it in. Natalie White stepping forward there with the volley. Mentioned earlier, a lot of verbal commitments given already on this Jacksonville team. Natalie White is one of those. Committing to the University of Miami. She'll stay in state with her talents for college. Back and forth play here in the early going in the midfield. Neither team able to string much together in the final third. Two teams, if you're just joining us, we mentioned in the pregame, two teams met up in pool play last year in the national championship round. It was Jacksonville FC with a very late goal to earn a tie. That advanced them to the knockout stage and left Futura Academy on the outskirts. And Jacksonville went on to win the national championship. Ball will trickle out of bounds. Head coach Mike Walker for Jacksonville FC urging his team forward. This ball is going to die, and hoping it would go out for a goal kick. Instead, they're going to have to clear out and just scales across the line. Made for some very interesting conditions. When you try to get games underway that early, as anybody knows, you find a lot of dew on the grass. It really makes you have to change your perception of what the ball's going to do. That's all gone now for the most part. But in that 8 o'clock stage games early, saw a lot of balls skip past players that normally wouldn't. There's a quick toe poke. The keeper got a hand on it, but it scoots in anyway. The early goal for Futura Academy, Forte Elite, and a 1-0 lead. We'll wait for confirmation, but the player that was getting all the congratulations was one Sam Pollock, center midfielder. Here's a cross in, back door, and there's the answer. How about that? Backdoor header goes upper 90, and just like that, we are equalized. So a 1-1 game just like that, and we reset ourselves. Great cross on the assist from Layla Azari. And then putting the header on it, Katie Rallis with the goal. Both teams showed good offensive ability in the group stages. Futura Academy with 5 goals in 3 games. And Jacksonville with 7 goals in 3 games. That led all teams in this U16 division, compared to just 2 goals against. Futura Academy, meanwhile, had 4 netted against them. Here comes the cross in. Another head put on it. But this one sails over the bar. Madison Mernon, the player that was able to find head in the box. Just over the bar. 1-1 game here, early going stages of this first half. U16 national semifinal. Other semifinal going on as we speak. We'll get a scoring update on that one as soon as we can. That semifinal featuring La Roca FD out of Utah, taking on YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. Josh Haley joining you this morning. So glad you've tuned in. I'm very glad we're able to bring you coverage of these U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships here in beautiful Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Mohawk Sports Complex. And it looks like a national championship site. Great complex here. Ball put into the box, takes a hop. There's the keeper, Michaela McGee. Temperatures heating up now into the low 90s. Be a long throw in coming here. Abby Groom will throw it in for Futura Academy. Great communication there from the sidelines. If you heard the head coach, Mike Walker, tell his midfielder to hold it. Listening and taking instruction to a T, held there and waited for some help to come forward. End result, though, it'll come back the other way for Futura Academy. Trying to cross it in was Stein, but deflected out. And a corner kick coming for Futura. Their second corner of this match. And if you're just joining us, it's a 1-1 game. Goal coming from Sam Pollock for Futura Academy in the early stages. And just a minute or two later, Katie Rallis for Jacksonville FC getting the goal off a header. Beautiful cross from Layla Azari. Those two pairing up to find the equalizer, and we stand at 1-1. Reminder, you'll see a break here as that corner sails behind goal. We'll see a break at the midway point of each half. Water break to try to battle the heat as much as these teams are able to. These conditions probably pretty fair for both teams. Wouldn't think that one or the other would have the advantage. Certainly going to find humidity in the state of Florida and Lee Summit, Missouri, not too far from here. A fairly easy drive. And the heat conditions very similar as well. Much different from teams we've seen in the early going of today's action. The first game on this field featured the Baltimore Celtic and a Loudon 98 Red team out of the state of Virginia. So the heat here, a little bit more than what those two teams were probably used to. Future Academy blue continuing to attack this right wing side. But a solid defender here in the left back spot in Natalie White, player that's committed to University of Miami. These are verbal commitments for these players who move into the upperclassmen stages of high school. All players on this Jacksonville team set to graduate in 2017. Same case for the majority of the players on this Future Academy team. But it's all about the birthday for what division you fall into. You've got to look there as the throw-in coming from Future Academy. A player came towards the sidelines to take that throw. Small got a little bit of help from her teammate getting that mister. Has to be a nice relief for a few seconds here in these conditions. Temperatures already up into the 90s here in the early going of the day. And a reminder, this will be the last stage of games for the morning and the afternoon. And resuming play later this evening, 7 o'clock will be our kickoff start time for the U13 Boys National Championship game right here on field number 7. And then 2 sets of games tomorrow morning across this complex, all of those national championship games. Long run here. Right-footed shot that stays on the ground from Stein, but the keeper, Michaela McGee, had no issues handling it. 2 players defending there for Jacksonville and forced Stein to rush that shot a little bit. Got a foot on it, but certainly not in the direction she wanted it to go. A good run nonetheless from Stein, putting pressure on that back line. There's your midway point of the first half water break. After 22 and a half played here in the U16 girls national semifinal, it's a 1-1 game. Sam Pollock netting a goal for Future Academy. And just a minute later, Katie Rallis using her head off across from Layla Azari to find the equalizer. 1-1 your score between Jacksonville FC and Future Academy. A quick break and back with you for the remainder of the first half. As we resume play here in the U16 Girls National Semifinal, a 1-1 score between Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Missouri. They're in the blue uniforms, and those yellow tops sported by Jacksonville FC Storm. A 1-1 game. Goals separated by just about 1 minute. It was Futura Academy that got the early one. Jacksonville FC able to tie it up just about a minute later on a beautiful goal across from Layla Azari, and the header planted home by Katie Rallis. That's what's brought us to this point. If you're unfamiliar, you get into these very severe heat conditions, and very smart strategy, these mandated water breaks halfway through each half. So you'll see those in every single game here. The planning and preparation has come a long way. The U.S. Youth Soccer Association. Player safety the #1 priority, as well as it should be. We'll see our first sub here from Jacksonville FC. The player coming on will be Brogan Boudreau. And here comes your substitution. Boudreau will take over for Daly in the midfield. Working towards the midfield, letting go of a shot there, but sails wide and high over the bar. Had it have been on frame, no problem for the keeper McGee to read that one. A low ball played in, and Lexi Palacio, the keeper, diving from near post to scoop it in. No rebound given up as Jacksonville FC players came crashing in on it. Working the far sideline. Getting back to help. That was small defending for Futura Academy. Knocked out of bounds. As both teams will prepare to sub at next opportunity. Kayla Deaver is going to check in for Cassie Ginther. Lindsay McGee is the player that is going to sub in for Jacksonville FC. Substitution is going to be held off until this corner is taken. All played in. Deflection keeps it loose. Whistle blows, and it will be a free kick for Futura Academy. Now that sub will take effect. Mernon is going to check out. Lindsay McGee will come on. Ball played in towards back post. Player goes crashing to the ground. Would have been well out of reach, but contact made nonetheless. No whistle. And a goal kick coming for Futura Academy. We're just about 30 minutes into this first half in a 1-1 game. In case you're just joining us, it was Futura Academy Forte Elite that got the first goal. Sam Pollock at about the 20-minute mark. And just about a minute later, Katie Rallis putting the header in. Beautiful cross from Layla Azari. And that was the combination that equalized for Jacksonville FC. These two teams, no stranger to one another, met up in last year's national championship in group play. Final game of group play, as a matter of fact, Jacksonville FC trailing by a goal, got the equalizer with about 20 seconds remaining in that game. It knocked Futura Academy out. It allowed Jacksonville FC to advance. Jacksonville FC would go on to win the national championship. The Futura will make another sub at next opportunity. Play resuming here, and past those first goals, have not seen any real quality chances for either side to speak of. A couple of plays that might have made the other team nervous for a moment, but no chances that should have been absolute for sure goals. Playing in now. This is an opportunity into the box, cutting inside. So a corner kick coming for Futura Academy. And just to make a correction here, I apologize for the miscommunication. The goalkeeper for Jacksonville, it is not Michaela McGee as initially mentioned. So apologies to Amanda McGlynn, who is the keeper for Jacksonville FC. It was originally communicated by the coaching staff that it would be McGee, but not the case. It is McGlynn in goal, and she has played well back there. The one goal given up was a great shot. McGlynn was actually able to even get a paw on it to slow it down on a diving effort, but it was just able to scoot past, but her team equalized about a minute later. So the corner results in nothing. And Amanda McGlynn Lets the goal kick fly. Taken immediately by Futura. Ball played out wide into the corner of the box. Trying to get the cross in, and it's poked away at the last second. Good defending by Jacksonville to not let that cross come in. And now they'll have a chance to get set up, try to defend this corner. Already 4 corner kicks in this first half for Futura Academy. And we see the halftime whistle blow on the field right behind us, which is hosting the other semifinal for the U16 girls division. La Roca FD out of Utah and YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. We'll get an update on that score as we move towards halftime to see what the result is there. Another corner fended off by Jacksonville FC. And we should just be moments away from first half whistle blowing as we are tied up at 1. Here, head coach Mike Walker pleading with his team. Let's show the urgency. Not much time left before that halftime whistle. Let's try to make something happen. Trying to switch the field there. Ball still loose in the midfield. Here's a right-footed shot. Keeper diving to her right, knocks it away. A quick crack on goal with the right foot for Katie Rallis, your goal scorer for Jacksonville FC. But Lexi Palacio able to lay out to her right and deflect it away. You have to like the element of surprise and pouncing on that opportunity by Rallis. Into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Ball played towards the middle, just out of the reach of Rallis. Jacksonville FC will still control in the back, working right side. This is Rallis on ball. Trying to play it inside, but taken away. Futura looking to counter. Long ball played forward on the ground, but no one was forward. They were all back playing preventatively. The collision there as that ball was in the air, and the foul is going to go against Jacksonville FC. Or check that, against Futura rather, the player that was in there for Jacksonville FC. It was McGee in there battling. Ball crossed in to the feet of McGee, left foot, diving save to the right. McGee nearly had the go-ahead. And that would be up there to rival for the save of the tournament off the hand of Lexi Palacio, diving to her right. She continues to be tested as this first half goes forward. And what a save by the keeper. This ball crossed in towards the back door. It's going to sail over everyone. Another free kick and perhaps one final opportunity in this first half for Jacksonville FC. Long free kick into the box. Headed towards far post, and the keeper Palacio will watch it sail out. And a goal kick coming. Two minutes remaining in this first half, says the official on the sideline. Settled down in the midfield by McGee, and she'll play back to the keeper, McGlynn. Trying to work that sideline and just sneaks away at the last moment. As Halverson working that right side. Whistle could come at any moment now to end this first half as we remain tied up at 1. The goals for both teams coming within a minute of each other. Futura Academy was the first to strike, and both of those came within the first 20 minutes of this game. Second of 3 games today on this field number 7 at the Mohawk Sports Complex here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First game featured a U16 boys national semifinal. Our final game of the day, which was scheduled for 5:30 but has been pushed back to 7 o'clock. As temperatures continue to heat up today, trying to avoid the hottest part of the day for these players. This ball up in the air. Keeper goes up and then goes down. Might have got a piece of it, but it's cleared out. And there is your first half. A 1-1 game here in the national semifinal of the U16 girls division. The Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Head coach Brad Childers' team got a goal from Sam Pollock to give them a 1-0 lead, but Jacksonville FC Storm head coach Mike Walker saw his team equalize. Just a minute later, Katie Rallis with the header on the goal off the assist from Layla Azari. And that is your halftime score, 1-1. Back for the second half in just a few moments. Hope you'll stay with us here at the USYS Soccer National Championships. Josh Haley back with you for the second half of this national semifinal in the U16 girls division. A 1-1 score between Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. They're in the blue uniforms this afternoon, or still in the morning technically, but this heat makes it feels like we're in the deepest part of the afternoon. Temperatures up into the mid-90s now. Good news is for the players and fans, play will suspend after this game as scheduled. Everybody will take a break through the hottest part of the day. Play will resume this evening around 7 o'clock. At least that's our start time on this field number 7. 7 p.m. kickoff for the first national championship game of this tournament in the U13 boys division. But some things to settle first here. 1-1 score between Futura Academy Forte Elite and Jacksonville FC Storm. Jacksonville in those yellow jerseys. They were down 1-0, but it only took them 1 minute to find the equalizer in that first 20 minutes of the first half. And that's where we stand right now. Head coach Brad Childers for Futura Academy Forte Elite and Jacksonville FC under the guidance of Mike Walker, your defending national champions, Jacksonville FC, and they met up with Futura Academy Forte Elite in last year's national championships in group play. The temperature's expected to get up towards 100. Probably will eclipse that at some point in the day, but as mentioned, no one will be around to see that, hopefully. Well done by the U.S. Youth Soccer Association on the planning, the scheduling, doing it as best they could. And the city of Tulsa, happy to be able to host this. The city's embraced it. In this complex, the Mohawk Sports Complex, top notch. No breeze to speak of out here, really, for these players, coaches, and fans. So for those of you viewing in your air-conditioned homes or wherever you may be, viewing on a mobile device, happy that you could tune in and happy that we could bring you the coverage. These two teams had a solid effort in group play. 3 matches of group play, which took place Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The Futura Academy in Tuesday's opener got a 2-1 win over Top Hat 17 Gold. And followed that up on Wednesday, falling to La Roca FD 2-1, who is in the other semifinal on the field right behind us currently. And then Futura with a 2-1 win over Kings Hammer Academy Red out of Ohio to advance to this knockout stage. Meanwhile, on the other side, over in Group B, Jacksonville FC Storm able to take their first game 4-0 over the Beadling Bulldogs. And then on Wednesday, a 2-1 win over Lady Lobos Rush Premier out of Tennessee. And then rounding out group play with a draw on Thursday as they tied YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. 1-1 the score there. And YMS Premier Explosion, the other team that has made it to this semifinal stage. No scoring update on that field behind us. But that game is a little bit ahead of this one. Probably 5 minutes or so is when they kicked off for the second half before this one. So it should go final, and hopefully we'll be able to get you that result. Here's a diving save to her left. Well done by McGlynn, the keeper for Jacksonville FC, laying down to her left and not giving up a rebound. Played in. This is Azari on ball. Doing well to possess. Now draws that second defender and has it poked out of bounds. Layla Azari up top was the player who had the assist on the lone Jacksonville FC goal. A beautiful cross and the header knocked in by Katie Rallis. And another throw in. Futura Academy doing their best to pinch in on those sidelines and not let anything escape past. Double team was coming again towards Asari before it was knocked out. The coaching staff for Jacksonville FC urging Asari to go in further. Here comes the throw. A little bit of time and space in the midfield, working towards the middle now. The ball played in. That was Thompson that sent it in, and the keeper, no problem there. Nice boot all the way past midfield. Alyssa Hamline is the keeper. Took over for Lexi Palacio. Just as expected, the coaching staff told us that's what would happen. They'd make a keeper switch at halftime. Before the game, they said that's their system. In the first half, keeper for Futura Academy, Lexi Palacio, played exceptionally well. Made 2 tremendous saves in the closing stages of that first half. And without a doubt, more times than not, those shots that were put on frame that she denied would have been goals. The other 2 teams that made it to the semifinals, as mentioned earlier, LaRocca FD out of Utah. They were the only team that went a perfect 3-0 in group play, winning Group A and outscoring their opponents 5-1. And Jacksonville FC won Group B, finished with the same amount of cumulative points as YMS Premier Explosion 98, but the goal differential just 1 better. That's what made them the group winner. 7 goals, 2 against, compared to a 5-1 goals for and against ratio for YMS Premier Explosion 98, who finished second. This ball comes in, misplayed. Azari tried to play it in, and it just snuck past the keeper, but scooting towards the middle and able to be cleared out. Clearance was not there for Futura, and Azari had it at her feet for just a moment. And now Azari working past the defender. Sliding effort, that's good defending. That was more on the sliding tackle for Futura Academy, and it was clear that Azari had the speed advantage, but Moore played that absolutely perfectly before Azari was able to get any further away. Just made that sliding effort, read it right, and it's out for a throw and not a corner. Played back out. Booted in, Futura Academy not out of trouble yet, but now the turnover. No one is forward, so only thing possible there was just to try to hold. Two players defending and able to get it away from Deaver. Not much she could do. With 2 players on her there, this ball knocked out, and once again a throw-in for Jacksonville FC. Been really working this right sideline, or the near sideline on your screens. Azari, responsible for the assist on the goal in the first half. played out, officials saying goal kick. So there was certainly a deflection, but the AR saying ball was across the line before that happened. We're about 10 minutes into this second half. A reminder, you will see that mandated water break at the midway point, so about 12 or so minutes away from that. Head coach Brad Childers for Futura Academy instructing his keeper, Alyssa Hamline, to put that ball in the middle before sending it out on that goal kick. Taken forward, Daly sends it through. Furlan let it on go, but no one running on. Nice head down by Natalie White. Ball played on the ground, looking for that far sideline. That's Mann making the run. White gets there first and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Jacksonville FC. Ball sent forward. No one there for Futura, and chasing it down, the keeper McGlynn. Push back. Haven't seen either team play their keeper much. Jacksonville FC using it here to keep possession. Now switching the field. Coming back for it is Furlan. Deaver gets upended, no whistle. Throw in will keep it with Jacksonville FC. Deaver couldn't believe it, thought she had earned the call there. And now the head official going to step in and make that call. Going to award the throw. Playing it back, Small sends it forward. A lot of back and forth in the midfield so far here in the second half. Neither team able to find significant possession in the final third. And after both teams got an early first half goal, quality chances were very limited past then. Jacksonville FC had the best two chances, but two more than quality saves by the first half keeper Lexi Palacio for Futura Academy. Running on is Daly. Puts it on the ground. This is Furlan. Poked away. Ball played out wide. Can Deaver get there? Yes. Excellent save, and it'll put some pressure on the back line. Chasing it down is Schaefer all the way back to the keeper, McGlynn. Has time and sends it forward. Deaver looking for the give and go, splitting two defenders, puts it right back inside. And this ball headed out and will belong to Jacksonville FC. If you missed it earlier, speaking about the small rivalry, if you will. Might be a little bit larger than that between these two. This is the third time they've met in the last year. The first meeting came in last year's national championships. It was a late goal, and when I say late, I mean it, in the final 20 or so seconds by Jacksonville FC. That goal tied the game. Game ended in a tie. That was in group play, and as a result, it pushed Jacksonville FC through to the knockout stage, and it eliminated Futura Academy. Jacksonville FC went on to win the national championship. So they are your defending national champs. The Futura Academy would love to say that they got a little bit of revenge. So far, neither team appearing to be the better one at this point. Two very high-quality teams playing a high-quality opponent. Whistle blows and a free kick coming for Futura Academy. Best chance of a set piece for them so far in the second half. A team that earned 5 corners in that first half. And while the offense was limited, they did have their fair share of putting on a set piece and trying to do it again here. Nice move in the midfield. That was Mernon that beat the defender. Comes down, battle there between Daly and Deaver. Cleared forward, defender Sandifer making the run. Let's turn it back the other way. The throw in though will keep it with Futura Academy. About 18 minutes in now. Less than 5 to go before that mandated water break. At the midway point of this second half. Your score, 1-1 here in the national semifinal of the U16 girls division. Long ball played in. There's McGlynn soaring forward to snag that one out of the sky. Type of aggression you want to see from your keeper, and McGlynn has been spot on. A ball comes into that box in the air. She's been on them all. Long ball play to that left side, trying to make the long run. McGee is able to chase it down. Cutting back middle. Looking to switch again. Possessing at the 18. That's Mernon. Has it taken away. Great sliding win back by McGee. Left-footed shot from the top of the 18, but sails wide. Reminder, the final game of the day on this field, number 7. We're broadcasting on a handful of fields today, but this is the final wave of games for the morning session. The play will get back underway this evening on this field, field number 7 particularly. Kickoff 7 p.m., the U13 boys national championship game. And this final wave of games that all got underway right around 10 a.m. here in Oklahoma. Final wave of semifinal games. Everything going forward will be national championships. Azari cutting in on the ground. Trying to turn against the defender, and Azari able to come back with it. Trying to clear it in. The keeper was able to dive and just get a piece of it. close to finding a go-ahead there. Jacksonville FC looking for the handball call. A lot of traffic there in the box. Zari trying to find the back heel, but ahead of Mernon. Without a doubt, what you just saw was the best chance for Jacksonville FC so far here in the second half as we approach that midway point break of this second half. Just moments away from it now. There's your water break midway through this second half. Your score, 1-1. National semifinal of the 16 and under girls division between Futura Academy Forte Elite, the goal scorer Sam Pollock in the first half, and Jacksonville FC Storm, the goal scorer Katie Rallis in the first half on the assist from Layla Azari. Remainder of the second half coming your way here shortly. Stay with us. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So the final 22 and a half minutes roundabout of this game are upon us. Right now we are equalized 1-1. Both goals coming in the first half within about a minute of one another. And that's where we stand. Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. If you're just joining us in the blue uniforms, Jacksonville FC Storm, your defending national champions in those yellow jerseys. Jacksonville FC pleading with the officials for the handball call. Ball played into the box, but no problems there for the keeper, Alyssa Hamline. Holding on to this one. This is Rallis into the box. Low right-footed shot. Just getting a piece of it. The follow-up is there on the back door. The initial shot, a diving save made by Hamline, but the follow-up is there, and Jacksonville FC has taken a 2-1 lead. Great run by Katie Rallis, great shot as well. It was a solid save from the keeper, but the follow-up there, just as you're taught to do. Michaela McGee, player who punched it home. Azari looking to attack. Good defending there, as Edwards was the player who got back to turn it away.
Don't try to do everything yourself. Katie, you got to be breaking that hard overlap. Give it to you. You're in again. You're all right? Hey, you're all right? Brogan, lock it down.
Substitution getting set for Futura Academy. It's Stein back into the game for Futura Academy Forte Elite. Here's Rallis again. Coach is pleading. Please get a corner. Sliding effort to defend it away. Azari's got it. Sending it in, back door. Just getting a piece there on the header. Poking it away. Halverson, good defending, able to get something on it. Free kick coming. Just over 30 yards out. Pleading for the handball there. Play still resuming. Jacksonville FC leading 2-1. Hoping to get the call there that would have benefited them. but didn't happen.
It was freaking, she was by herself. Right on. Oh my gosh, man, you guys are just unbelievable. This game is your responsibility. You're in, Tate. Tate, you're in. Off the touch. Come on, bro, get tighter. Yeah, it's up. Drive. Look at Tate. Got time, bro. Talk, Katie, run to the line.
Rallis
Bro, get a corner.
buying time.
Bro, get a corner out of it, bro.
Sent in, right side, looking for the corner.
Pressure. Lock it in, lock it in.
This will be cleared out for the moment. Flick on. Comes down to feet. This is Thompson that had it. Sent in, big boot from the keeper, Alyssa Hamline. Subs taking place now on both sides. Abby Groom will check in for Futura Academy. Lindsay McGee back on for Jacksonville FC. Cleared away by Rallis, who would drop back to help defensively. Pressure on those final defenders for Futura Academy. It's on Weinbrenner now, all the way back to the keeper. Quickly booted out. This is Deaver. She's been effective on that left wing, has a one-on-one, trying to work past. That's Schaefer defending for Jacksonville FC. Keeper is out, and McGlynn able to deflect it away. Stormed off her line, got a piece of it. Corner kick coming. No subs up for either side. But the end is near for this game. Probably right around the 10-minute mark to play. Cross in, punched out by McGlynn. Trying the one touch there from the head of the 18 and soured over. Like to have that one back, but a goal kick coming for Jacksonville FC. If you're just joining us, scoring summary, it was Futura Academy Forte Elite that got on the board first. Sam Pollock in the first 20 minutes, but just about a minute after that, Katie Rallis on a cross from Layla Azabri. Rallis finishing with the header and the goal to equalize. And here in the second half, the difference right now, Katie Rallis coming in from the right corner of the box, hit a low shot, a diving save made by Hamline, but following it up was Michaela McGee with the goal, and right now that stands as the game winner. This is Azari. Left-footed cross towards the top. Trying to put a head on it was Daly. Might have got just a piece of it. But now Futura coming the other way. Trying to keep it on the ground. Jacksonville FC has tried to possess all game. Been very strategic in what they've done. Trying to find feet. There hasn't been a lot of just wasted balls. There's been a purpose with just about everything. An unforced turnover there, though, as it just escaped the foot of Daly. Pass was just too far ahead of her from Azari. Futura with a throw-in. Cleared out, good defending there. The throw-in coming. By the way, that assist for Layla Azari keeps her as one of the top point getters so far in this tournament. Came in with 2 goals. For Future Academy, Rylan Childers and Nina Stein, each with 2 goals coming in, but the goal so far in this one came from Sam Pollock. And that's a good thing from a team standpoint. Multiple players getting involved offensively. So those were the players you might want to watch over these final few minutes that could make the impact. The fact is, if you're on a team playing in a national semifinal, everyone out there has the ability to make something happen. Daly will turn on this ball. A bit of open space, cutting inside, ball on the ground. This is Azari trying to turn. They know all about her. She's made quite an impact in this game. Has drawn 1 defender. Double team coming now, as it has for the majority of this game. If they get her close to the sidelines, that double team comes in, and it will be a throw-in that will keep it with Jacksonville FC. Time ticking down. About 5 minutes to play. And an update on the semifinal on field number 6 behind us. That game is headed for overtime. Matchup features La Roca FD out of Utah and YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. So no one punching their ticket yet to the national championship game in this U16 girls division. Daly stepping in to try to get in front of that clearance. Whistled for the handball. A for effort, though. Turning on this ball, left side, running on Brogan Boudreau. Begging for that low corner ball on the ground. 2 players running on, Rallis and Azari. But good shielding there on the back line. And the keeper finally able to pick it up. That was small defending and did a great job. 2 attackers coming her way and fast. National semifinal. Jacksonville FC leading 2-1. Trying to hold on and get back to the national championship game. They're your defending national champions, so they know what it means and what it takes to win at this level. Coach is just requesting the time. The official here on the near sidelines saying that his clock showed at 43, but there's your end whistle. Final score, Jacksonville FC Storm and head coach Mike Walker have reached the national championship game for the second consecutive year with a 2-1 win over Futura Academy Forte Elite out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Congratulations to Futura Academy, a great season and a great run here in the national tournament. Their season is done, but nothing to hang their heads about as they put on quite a performance here in these national championships. And without a doubt, a game that they could have won. Was not a runaway by any means or any stretch of the imagination, but Jacksonville FC Storm come away with it 2-1. Your goal scorers, Katie Rallis and Michaela McGee, leads to a final of 2-1. Once again, the other semifinal on the field right behind us has gone to the overtime stages, that featuring LaRocca FD out of Utah and YMS Premier Explosion 98 out of Pennsylvania. The winner will move on to play Jacksonville FC in tomorrow's national championship game. That will be right here on field number 7, a 9:50 a.m. kickoff. And live coverage, as always, right here on the U.S. Youth Soccer YouTube channel. Our final game of the day here on field number 7 will not get underway until 7 o'clock tonight. That will be a U13 Boys National Championship contest. Hope you'll join us for that one. Until then, for everyone at U.S. Youth Soccer and here on our broadcasting station, I'm Josh Haley saying good afternoon from Tulsa.